Hey everybody, and welcome to Exile Gaming. I'm Scott, and I've got a match of Star Wars Unlimited for you here on Tabletop Simulator. This is Twin Suns. We've got 4 players vying for supremacy here. Starting out with GAMEN, who's rocking Cad Bane, Boba Fett, Command Center double yellow. Gets out a Cloud Rider first. Normally that would be an ambush unit, but now it's just a scary 3 attacker. Got Ketsuonyo out for Sip. He is a Mandalorian unit, and we do have Bo-Katan Mando. So Mando's going to let you put upgrades on your Mandalorian units and exert opposing units. And then Bo-Katan says when you attack with a Mandalorian unit, you can exert her to put a damage somewhere. XODAR also looking for Mandalorians. Has Sabine and Bo-Katan double red as their leaders, and is using this as the way to find those Mandalorians and or upgrades. And now we're going over to Adam. Cassian Rey is green, blue, and red. So very diverse colors there. Cassian can get you some card draw, so maybe that would be important for Adam. Rey gets you a big restore unit when she deploys. Restore can be very important in this format if you're not familiar. Once one player's base is defeated, the game ends that round. The person who defeats that player's base heals 5, and the person with the least amount of damage on their base at the end of the game wins. So Restore can be very important. It can stall the game, or it can win you the game, or both. And we've got some Restore here from Adam Moisture Farmer with Restore 2, using Rey to put a experience on that Moisture Farmer, so now it can actually hit things. And it looks like we are on to the next round. In the middle there, you can see the 2 Twin Sun specific tokens. The blast counter is the red one, the plan counter is the blue one. Just like initiative counters, when you take them, you will pass for subsequent actions. Unlike the initiative counter, the blast counter does 1 damage to each opponent's base, and the plan counter allows you to draw a card, and then you must put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. Who's got initiative? It's blending in. We may never know. Oh, it's right there on GAMEN's board. So they're going to start us out, which is nice because the Cloud Rider could be vulnerable to any sort of ping damage from Bo-Katan. Right now, the leader, the person with the least amount of damage on their base, would be Sip over there on the left. So you could see Cloud Rider go after that base. Nothing that you really want to remove. It would be tough to remove the Moisture Farmer. I guess you could go after Ketsu, but decides to put it on Adam's base. Ooh, Ketsuonyo. When this unit deals combat damage to a base, you may defeat an upgrade that costs 2 or less. So attacks Adam's base and then defeats the experience on the Moisture Farmer. Brutal. Sabine ability here, pinging everybody's base for 1 damage. Adam sends out a red 3, so all of your heroic units gain raid 1, so Moisture Farmer is able to do damage again. Down to GAMEN. 3 resources. Spends 1. Spends all 3 on a Phase 3 Dark Trooper. Sentinel unit there on the ground arena for GAMEN. going to protect their Cloud Rider, and I, for one, am happy about that. Never mind. Away goes the Cloud Rider. Thanks to Bo-Katan, they did have a Mandalorian attack in Katsuonyo, so it did enable Bo-Katan. Sabine Wren played for XODAR. And then 1 damage from the Moisture Farmer into sip space, and then restores 2 because of the Moisture Farmer. We're starting to see some of that power of restore. Blast from GAMEN. Going to do a point of damage on all the opponent's bases. Here comes a Night Owl Skirmisher for Sip. Another Mandalorian unit for them. Can be smuggled for 5. This one was played from hand. Is a 4/3. XODAR claims initiative. Let's see, what would Adam want to do here? They've spent all their resources. They claim the plan counter. They're going to draw 1 and then get rid of 1 card. GAMEN has the blast counter, so Sip's just going to pass. Well, let's let them know. Hey, Adam, you put that card on the bottom of your deck. You don't discard it. All right. Plan counter. Draw 1, and then put a card into the bottom of your deck. So let's take a look at the damage values. 7, 2, 2, and 3. So definitely Adam's got the most damage on their base. And the 2 players with 2 damage are tied for first. Probably means Adam's not going to be targeted quite as much, but that restore 2, that could be rough. Maybe players want to either take that unit out, which is tough because it has 5 toughness, or they want to just keep putting damage on that base so that the Moisture Farmer can't bring Adam way down in that base damage. Anything on the field that could do 5 damage. That Night Owl Skirmisher can do 4. So maybe with a buff. Or you could use Night Owl Skirmisher plus Bo-Katan. I could do it. The problem is that's a 2-part plan, and in between that, you could see the Moisture Farmer maybe getting another experience from Rey. I don't know if Sip would then want to save Ketsu for later then, so you can remove that experience. The Ketsu ability probably keeping Adam from using Rey too much. So Sabine attacks base for 3. That was into Sip. Jedi lightsaber on the Moisture Farmer. Let's go! Now has 3 attack power, but and how much is that? That's 3, so it is too expensive for Ketsu. So GAMEN, 4 resources. They've got a Sentinel Phase 3 Dark Trooper on the field. No other Sentinels out there, so that Phase 3 Dark Trooper could attack any base. could attack XODAR, get them up to 6. And does decide to go into XODAR's base. So that cements GAMEN in first place for now. We've got a Nema Outpost Constable for Sip. That is a 2/6 Sentinel. 6 health. It's a lot to get through. Did XODAR take initiative? See that token over there? Adam sends red 3 into GAMEN's base. Yep. And now GAMEN is tied with Sip. 5, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, Hunter of the Haxian Brood. There are no bounties out there, so you don't get the shield. And then uses Cad Bane's ability to put a point of damage anywhere on Sip's unit. Sip puts it on the constables who have 5 health. Alright. Three damage from Ketsu Onyo to... Oh yeah, it does have Saboteur, so it's able to ignore the Phase 3 Dark Trooper. Ooh! Saul Gerrera out for XODAR. As an additional cost for each opponent to play an event, they must deal 2 damage to their base. Has 4 health. We'll see if the other players want to take out Saul Gerrera so they can play events. Have we seen many events, though? Does put 3 damage on Saul Gerrera. And takes... Yeah, takes 5 damage from Saul Gerrera. The Jedi Lightsaber can save you a little bit if you're a Force unit, but Moisture Farmer is not. Alright, over to GAMEN, who takes the blast counter. Gonna ping each opponent's base for a damage. Night Owl Skirmisher. Gonna do 4 damage into Adam's base, bringing them up to 10. XODAR takes initiative. Nope. Decides against that. Sabine Wren deploys. Adam claims initiative. So GAMEN's taking the blast counter. So over to Sip, who's going to use Bo-Katan's ability. Turns her sideways, puts a damage on Saul Gerrera, which finishes him off, since the Moisture Farmer had already done 3. Again, I don't know how many events are out there. I don't know that we've seen too many. But maybe these players have them in hand, and they want to get rid of Saul Gerrera before they have to suffer that effect. Sabine Wren does 2 damage to the Moisture Farmer, and then 1 to Adam's base. was that just 3 into base? So Sip takes the plan counter, draws a card. Yeah, draws one, and then has to put one on the bottom of the deck. There it is. Adam's got a machine, so XODAR passes. Okay. On to the next round. Adam's at 12. GAMEN's at 9. Sip's at 8. And XODAR is at 7. So XODAR's in the lead. Adam's in last place, but we'll be starting us with the initiative counter. Still has that Restore 2 from the Moisture Farmer. Let's see, we're at 5 resources. So Boba Fett could come onto the field this turn. And that could be pretty brutal. If GAMEN plays it right. Ooh, bombing run. 3 damage to each unit in the ground arena. So that's going to remove everything on GAMEN's side. Oh, man. Bombing run is brutal in Twin Suns. There's just so many more things to hit. And I guess it takes out the Moisture Farmer as well. Would it have been better to... That was a tough one, because would you want to hit with the Moisture Farmer first, get the Restore, and then Bombing Run? But that would give your opponents a chance to attack with their ground units, or you do it now and potentially remove a bunch. Bazine out for GAMEN. Gonna look at Adam's hand. Repair, Yoda, and Razor Crest. And then that is an Underworld unit, so Cad Bane puts a damage on Red 3. Sip puts a jetpack on the Constables. That gives them a shield. They're also +2 attack power, so can potentially do 4 damage. Ooh, Mandalorian armor on Sabine. +1 attack power, +3 defense. When played, if the attached unit is Mandalorian, give it a shield. So, Sabine sitting pretty. Red 3, 3 damage. So on to GAMEN. And then plays a Bodhi Rook, so 2 cards to let you look. Gets Rival's Fall out of hand. So Bodhi Rook can only force the discard of non-unit cards. Not just events, though, and that's important because there are a decent amount of upgrades. Got a Reckless Gunslinger doing a point of damage to each base. What's this? It's a Vambrace Flamethrower. I don't know, man. After I see something like Rival's Fall for Sip, then I'm like, oh man, there could be control anywhere. There could be a Power of the Dark Side or something. Who knows? But no, that is a big, strong Sabine. +1/+3, +1/+1. On attack, you may deal 3 damage divided as you choose among enemy ground units. That could be very strong. Sip, sending those Nema Constables, doing 4 damage into XODAR's base. Right now, Sip is in the lead with 9 health, 9 damage, 21 health. Sabine Wren. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. Could put 6, 7, 8 damage. So Boba Fett, unfortunately, goes back to base before he can attack and ready up 2 resources. Did we have any other cards? Yeah, we had 2 cards in hand for GAMEN, so that does make a difference. GAMEN takes the blast counter, putting a point of damage in each opponent's base. So Sip takes initiative. Bo-Katan uses her ability, takes out that Reckless Gunslinger. And then we are moving on to the next round, 10, 10, 14, and 16. So a 6-point difference between XODAR in last place and the 2 players tied for first, Sip and GAMEN. We're moving into a resource count that's going to see a lot of leaders coming onto the board. 5, 6, is that right? Yeah. So Bo-Katan, Cassian, Rey, Cad Bane, Mando. Yeah, every single leader could come out this round. Bo-Katan, or Boba Fett's already been out, so he can't come back. Four damage from the Nema Constables into XODAR's base. So I think we're doing some Sabine damage there from the last round. Cassian deploys. He is a 4/6. And when you deal damage to an enemy base, you may draw a card. Unlike the other side, it doesn't have to be a certain amount. So down to GAMEN. There's Bazine and Bodhi. Tied for first place. 3 damage into Adam's base. Yeah, and GAMEN is concerned about Rey and her restore. Alright, Sip, who's just got those exerted Nema Outpost Constables, deploys their Mandalorian. When you play an upgrade, you may exhaust an enemy unit with 6 or less remaining HP. Bo-Katan comes out of base for XODAR. Just discussing how the game ends. Yeah, they're explaining it. So the game ends when one player's base reaches 30, or whatever the health value is for their base. That person is eliminated from the game. The person who defeated that base heals 5, but play continues until the round ends. So you generally, if you can help it, you usually do not want to take out the base first thing, because then everybody else has a chance to go after you if you're in first. So you generally, if you're going to take out somebody's base, you might want it to be the last thing you do once all of the resources are spent and leaders have deployed. But you also don't want to leave an opening so that somebody else can defeat that base, get the heal, and hopefully stay in first place. Uh-oh. XODAR at 24. Here comes something. It's the Armorer. Going to give shields to Bo-Katan, Sabine, and the Armorer. So Adam's figured out where they want to attack. They could send Red 3 into Sip's base, who's currently in the lead at 11. Going to deploy their Ray. Now Ray's got 6 health. And you could see Cad Bane put 4 into Ray. Could see like a Rival's Fall or something. I just get nervous if Ray's coming out this early, but maybe Adam's got to... Mr. Bob A. Fett. Going to use Cad Bane's ability to put 2 damage somewhere in Sip's ground arena. Sip puts it on the Mandalorian, who now has 5 health. Sip looking like they're going to take Bo-Katan out. Deploy her? Or would you want to use her ability and put a damage somewhere before? Yeah. Puts a damage on Red 3. It's looking more and more like... Well, we'll see what Sabine does. Sabine attacking Bo-Katan's base. Nope. Nema Constable's out there. So going to hit GAMEN's base. Let's see, Nema's got 6. Yeah, using the Vambrace Flamethrower to put 2 damage on the Nema Constables. And then the Sabine ability putting a damage on each opponent's base. And then puts that last Vambrace damage on Boba Fett. So over to Adam, who's going to be able to swing with Ray. Swinging into Sip's base for 2, restoring 3, no, for 3 because of Red 3. Put Sip on 15. Put Adam on 16. It's a Sundari Peacekeeper out. Cad Bane swings into Sip's base for 4. Is there any way for Rey... Oh, I mean, Adam... Oh, red 3 is gone, and that means Rey only swings for 2. Adam debating here. They have an upgrade for Rey. Puts that flamethrower on her. She now swings for 3. And then on attack, deal 3 damage to enemy ground units. Vizine swings into Sabine. Armorer. Going to put a shield on the Armorer, Bo-Katan, and the Mandalorian. Oh, and I think that Vambrace Flamethrower put Rey just out of range of the Mandalorian's ability, which says you can exhaust an enemy with 6 or less HP. Rey was 6, is now 7 with the Flamethrower. Clutch upgrade there. If somebody claims Blast and puts XODAR at 25, would have 5 health remaining. Adam spent all their resources. They've got both of their leaders on the field, so there's just no way. Yeah. If Adam could have ended it there, I think they would have won, but just couldn't get... Oof, man, there's that Restore 3. So you've got Sundari Peacekeeper with Restore 2, you've got Rey with Restore 3, and Adam is in the lead at 16. I think the players are going to realize that Adam is a huge threat. Yep. Waylays the Sundari Peacekeeper, so that's going to put a little bit of that away. Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan putting 4 damage to base, and then 2 damage on Rey. Okay, so now Adam is tied for first with GAMEN. Until Adam takes the Blast token, he's back in first now. Plan token goes to GAMEN. Smuggler's Aid, heal 3 damage from your base. All right. 21, 21, 20, and 25. 5 health remaining on XODAR's base. We are going into the final round, almost certainly. Still got that Restore 3 on Adam's base. XODAR's got initiative, so Rey only needs to make it through XODAR's turn. How much health does Rey have left? 5? Sabine could do 3, 4, 5 with the Vambrace, plus an additional 3. Oh, dang. The Ghost is here. When played, you may put a shield token on another Spectre unit, so puts it on Sabine. Brave. Is that brave, right? Because it's a double red-blue list for XODAR. So what's the likelihood that you have a decent amount of Spectre units to use the Ghost on? I mean, the Ghost is just a decent ship. And the when played on attack, you may give a shield token. No, that's not. I'm thinking of Hera, who just gives experience to unique units. Anyway, Fleet Lieutenant enables the attack from Rey, who's going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! Rey is not a rebel unit, so uses Cassian and does 6 damage? 5, 6, yeah. So there it is. Adam heals 5. Yeah, Adam's saying that was just too scary. Couldn't let him live. But now, Sip and GAMEN have a chance to do as much damage to Adam as possible to try and bring Adam into parity with their 21 damage bases. Let's see, Rey, 6, 7, minus 2 is 5 damage, 5 health remaining. And if you can get her to not restore, that would certainly help the cause. Could play an Underworld unit. Oh no, it wouldn't help, because if you use Cad Bane's ability on Adam, he's just going to put the damage on the Fleet Lieutenant or something that's already attacked. So it's going to be an alley-oop. It's going to be set up for Sip to remove Rey, potentially. Ooh, snapshot. So that's 4 damage from Cad Bane, plus the 1 from Snapshot for 5. That finishes off Rey. And that at least takes away the Restore ability from Adam. Kira's out. Legal Authority, A-Wing, Regional Sympathizers. And decides Legal Authority is more expensive. And with Adam on 4 resources, that just means that card cannot be played. All right, back over to Adam. Adam could take the blast counter. Takes the blast counter. That's going to put GAMEN and Sip at 22. So there is 7 damage between them. Yeah, Adam's saying they ended the game early. And this is what can happen. If you do it early in a turn, you give other players a chance to catch up. But if you don't do it early enough, you give your opponents the chance to take out a base and get that big 5 damage heal. There's an attack into Adam's base. He's at 21 now. So it seems like there's going to be... Let's see. Somebody's going to do that last damage or 2 into Adam's base. Is it going to be Bodhi Rook? All the resources are still ready for GAMEN. Almost like if Bodhi Rook damages Sip's base, I wonder what kind of position that would put Sip in. Let me double check the rules here. Would it be possible for Sip to take out Adam's base and heal? Where are we at? Looks like Sip put damage into... No, they still have the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan. Used covert strength, so got a experience. It looks like... Oh, and I think the game is over here. Are we going to have another two-way tie? No. Sip would take out GAMEN. Yeah. Okay, so Sip puts the damage into GAMEN's base, and that will make Sip the winner. GG! 22, 24, 27, and 31. Those are your finals. Congratulations, Sip. Thank you to the rest of the players. Great game there. Hectic finish, as always. So that'll do it. Thank you to the players, and thank you all. Till next time, this is Scott from Exile Gaming, signing off.